make sure that it is. I didn't save my thing. Save. There we go. Now it should be good. Yeah, okay, it's good now. So I'll post again and I'm like live. And that should be good enough. There we go. Tweet that again. Hmm. Thank you, Stream Elements bot. Penetrate 2 shots 5 times, destroy 8 enemies, and place in the top 10 XP earners 5 times. Okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, welcome for part 2 of today's streams. Hope everyone's doing well. I just got done playing Forza 5, well, Forza Horizon 5, I should specify. That's a blast. It's very pretty. We'll be playing that more in the future, but it's time to get back into some tanks and continue these grinds. See what the weekly things are. No platoons again. Damage 2 enemies 25 times, deals 75,000 damage, penetrate 150 shots, assist in 3,750 tracking damage, destroy 50 enemies, block 22,500 damage, and place in the top 5 XP earners 15 times. Okay. Okay. I see. I see what they want me to do. That's cool. See how the games are today. Off to a nice start. This should be fun. I'm gonna do something that no one will ever expect me to do in a 4005. Because today, I'm not feeling like sitting back and playing passively. Basically going to be playing like a medium tank for most of today. I don't understand what that T-44 thought was gonna accomplish doing that, but... Okay. My control stick with like 2 functions. I'm waiting for the Arctic shell. Like, I know it's coming. Okay. My shell decides to go nowhere close. Okay. We can work with this. 50B, please. Please don't. That's why I said please don't. Excuse me? What? What was that hitbox? And I'm gonna die here, because everything's gone wrong. Like, literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. Off to a great start. Alright. Let's play the newly buffed I'm sorry. This is too dumb. The reverse speed buff. Oh, something sees me already. God, if I could have snapshot that guy from the spawn, that would have been fantastic. Artillery! Yes, already shooting me. Beautiful. I'm sure this will go fine. He asked for that one. Yeah, look at that. Look at that buff. Tier 8 is pinning me. So buffed. Sorry, I'm gonna make fun of that, like, so much. It's like that reverse speed buff is literally pointless. Am I being a little harsh on it? Probably. Is it funny? Yes. Yes, it is. It's very funny. It's honestly actually quite funny. So hopefully everyone's having fun today. Ah, yes. Time to do something extremely aggressive. Go around the outside of the lighthouse. Hey, phase 1. Can't out-alpha trade me. Stop them from getting into a comfortable position. Pressure on them. You've got to be kidding me. What just hit me? Also, did their entire team seriously either camp base or sit in the middle? I'd say it was the other 4005 that shot. Well, not 4005. The other 268 version 5 that shot me. Let's go that. The longer that stays alive, the bigger problem. That is so sad. That is so sad. It's gonna be worse if we actually lose this, cause like they got surrounded so quickly. Yeah, I was about to say, they shouldn't be able to put this one out. This. Easy win. Very easy win. 7th, that's kind of disappointing. Ah, well, I'm sure it'll be fine. Cool. Just gonna upload this. Alright. So that should be done. All nice and good. Yeah. I wonder if anything's gonna actually expect this play coming. They should. They totally should expect this play coming. But will they? That's the important thing. Did they all go into the town? My god, they seriously all went into the town. Which means the 5355 is either alone or also in the town. Neither of which I want to find out. Oh, 54 you better hope I don't have a line of sight on you. What the fuck? Why is there a T-95 there? It's literally just a T-95 right there. Like, what the fuck? Found the cave troll. Of course you shoot at me. Of course you shoot at me. Am I going to get really bitter and salty at artillery very quickly today? Yes. Yes, I am. I think this is 3 games so far today where artillery is shot at me first. Or very early on in the game. About to say, I swear to God, if this T-95 shoots at me. there's another one! Oh, sweet. There's another T-95. There's just two of them. Two T-95s that just happen to be looking in this general direction. Awesome. Nope. That's enough of, that for night, guy. I don't know what exactly is spotting me, but... for it to stop existing. Okay. So most of my problems dealt with. There is, however, just the issue of that T-95 right there. At T-95, which is also shooting APCR. Alright. It's time for me to do what I was destined to do, unless it dies before I get to it. It died before I got to it. Shame, really. I still lost money. I still lost money doing that. I fired literally nothing but standard, got 6 kills, and still lost money. Excuse me? What? How? Well, at least I'm at 85 on the season. That's cool, I guess. I still want to know how I lost money in that. This game continues to be an enigma to me. Will I ever understand the economy? No. I will never understand the economy in this game. Perfect timing there. Do you mind if I call you Momentary? Because that's the first thing that pops into my head. Like, play the entire game, fire nothing but standard ammo, still lose money. Gotta love it. Oh. Feel that. Yeah, like, ever since they changed it up, I just never will understand how the earning works. And then if I ever go over and play Cold War, I make like 100k a game, and feel like I'm doing nothing. It's such a bizarre world, this game is. I'm not gonna lie though, I still wish that I had a PC capable of streaming PC. It's like, I can play it, I just can't play it and stream it. Whereas here, I can just stream it through the console and be fine.
Enemy in sight.
4 games now. 4 games so far today I've been shot at by artillery immediately.
Look out. Enemy spotted.
Hello. And the gunner and turret.
Turret's working again. Take it easy with her. We just dinged them.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ready to fire.
I also think my entire team is literally just sitting back there. Which I guess is very appropriate with my title. Oh, good.
Enemies got us in their sight.
Wonder if they'll turn that down and then make people not want to play that even more. I bet that's what they'll do, actually.
Locked and loaded.
That would be kind of bad. I'm always afraid whenever Payne mentions changing anything.
That one drilled straight through. Ammo rack damaged. Enemies got us in their sights.
Like, I need to go back through and see what all they said during the live stream, because I missed a good portion of it. Um,
Enemies got us in their sights.
this is awkward.
Enemy armor is damaged. Loaded and ready. Enemy in sight.
Oh. Oh!
Focus attention here.
That needs to die.
The enemy knows our location. Enemy fuel tank is hit. Zero penetration.
I'm gonna just not poke the Sturm Tiger. It's like, I think that's one of the rare moments when I ask for something to get taken out, and it immediately does. It's just given a gift. I'm not sitting in front of it. Yeah, that's it. Not today. I also just realized I've fired all of my AP for the first time in this tank. I have depleted all of my AP. Well, that's nice, after being artillery the past, like, 4 games. Ah, sweet, I made 5,000 credits. Thank you. That was okay. So about 7,400 combined damage as an ace tanker. Good to know. Hello, Angel. Welcome. Love that emote. That's a good emote. One of the things I completely forgot to look at when I started playing the game was what I needed to do. Have a good nap, Angel. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so there it is. New colors 1. Let me actually pull that up and see. Because, like, usually when I do this on a new week, I pull it up just to see, like, how many stages there are in this. So that I'm not just, like, bumbling around looking for it. And then I end up bumbling around looking for it. Okay, let's see. Because I do kind of want the Polish skins. They do kind of look nice. They don't have the link for it. Let's see, okay, so stage 4 gives you the 53 TPs. Okay, so there's 4 stages? Okay, so it's 4 stages. Actually kind of surprised it's not more. Like, this thing. Which, I like the November challenge, I just wish it was toned down to just a little bit. Because 300 battles total. You'd have to do 300 total battles of 1,000 damage in either direct damage or assisted damage. Like, that's a lot of battles. Although it's very fast if you play tier 10 TVs. Or RD. It goes very fast. Or Cold War. Cold War also works. That is a good point. And if you have a Cold War premium tank, you can do that and make a lot of money very quickly. At least for now. Them talking about changes in anything concern me. I was afraid of what they were gonna do to the Jagdpanzer line. And then I saw that it was mostly just reverse speed buffs and was very confused. I just want to point this out. Comparatively, when they buffed this thing, they gave it better armor. Why does this thing get better armor? But the Jagdpanzer doesn't. Hi, machine. These are things that continue to confuse me. Because I don't think I'll ever play the E4 as like an actual TD. Let's see. We got a Ragnarok. Another medium that I didn't get. Okay. Centurion. And an almost dead shit barn.
Focus on this area.
Let's see, where was the ship? Oh, he's running away. Understandable. Probably got shot by... Nope, never mind. Probably got shot by a TD on the hill. Definitely got shot by a TD on the hill. The question is, will they see this coming? So I'm gonna keep to the title, and I'm just gonna play, like, aggressively all day.
We've been detected.
Oh, something has spotted me.
Enemy threat.
It's kinda dead. Whoops.
Can't move. Our track is up. Let's move it.
Hello, Ragnarok. Is there a reason? Is there a reason the Ragnarok was like ignoring me? Oh god. Yeah, like Cold War is literally like the whole way that it's set up is basically just like sell premium tanks that are more than the World War II premium tanks, even though they're worse in a lot of aspects. But they just make such a stupid amount of silver in comparison to like the tech tree tanks. It's just like, what? I honestly think that the Cold War mode was made purely just to sell more tanks and premium time. Just the whole way that it's set up, it borderline screams like predatory microtransaction status. It really does. Because when they added it, they toned like the economy in World War II way down, and then also somehow made consumables be used every single battle, costing you however much you have in consumables every battle. Instead of before, it only charged you when you use them. Which I don't like that it charges you regardless of if you use them or not. That's something I would like them to change. Because as it currently stands, if you don't have a premium account, you're gonna be hemorrhaging so much money. It is! 100% is. Like, because like, before the updates, like before 6.0 even, the consumables, if you didn't use them, they didn't cost you anything. They were just there. But afterwards, it's just like every battle, whatever you have on your tank is being considered as being used. My solution for this is, if they're gonna do something like that, is make the standard consumables reusable like the premium ones. Because like, as it stands right now, I would much rather have the reusable consumables than the standard ones. I would love to be able to run like the full reusables, but that would be 30,000 credits a battle. And yeah, like, without premium time, 4,000 damage, not using any of my consumables at all during this battle because of the resupply costs, I made 1,000. Yeah. Premium time right now is more valuable than it ever has been, and I don't necessarily think that's a good thing. Because, like, basically seeing that you have to put up a game like this in order to make a profit kinda hurts. Like, free-to-play players now is probably worse than it's ever been. So, like, the thing that I've noticed as well, because, like, I've asked around for people, like, what the tutorial's like now. Apparently, for someone that makes a new account now and plays, they get to play the M1 Abrams. A fully upgraded M1 Abrams. For training. And then they get thrown into the game with a stock tank. Going from an M1 Abrams to a stock tank is not a good way to keep people playing. Because, like, they're gonna play that and be like, oh, this is cool. Then they're gonna get thrown into a tank that has, like, nothing and gets, like, reamed by more experienced players. Oh god, yeah. Like, I have in the past, in order to make sure that I make money, a lot of times, like, this is before reusable consumables, I would use just anything that was the least expensive. I would put no equipment, fire nothing but standard. Just like, in some cases, even all HE. And it is not kind. It's like they have somehow managed to make the economy on console worse than the economy on PC, which I don't get. Although, I think what it is like PC's costs are not as bad, and it doesn't punish you as much until you get past, like, I think tier 7. Then it starts hitting you a little harder. But here it's just like you just get into the game and any kind of consumables, just money is gone. Exactly. It's like if you play this game long enough to grind up to a certain tier, and once you reach that tier, you're perpetually losing money no matter how you play, it's not going to keep people engaged. Because the hardcore players that stick with this game and continue playing it are usually people that enjoy really grindy kind of like long haul games. The average players are people that get on every now and then, like maybe just play just for their own amusement or to platoon up with friends, and then, go do something else after. But the current system is just so unforgiving for anyone that doesn't want to sink a lot of time into it. Like, let me go over to... Yeah, let's go over here. This is a good example, actually. The one thing that I probably dislike the most. This linear progression system. I do not like this linear progression system. It makes playing through some of these tanks way more painful than it needs to be. Like, for instance, here, the CS-53 is another good example. Like, you need 16,000 for tracks. Need, like, what is that, about 20? About 23,000 there for an engine. And like another... looks like another 10k for a radio. Then you get the cost of the gun. And you don't get the turret until right before the next tank. Like... why? Some of these don't make any sense, especially like in Cold War. Like, Cold War, you don't unlock the top guns on some of the tanks until you've researched the next tank. It just doesn't make any sense. And for a game that for years, they've gone off the, like, oh, we're making this for more casual players. What casual player is going to look at that upgrade system and be like, yeah, this makes sense. I want to put this much time into the game to unlock something I want. Like, I mean, even in other games, they don't make you brutally grind that much for something. Just like a tiny upgrade. Not even like a big upgrade, just a tiny upgrade. Like, Actually, I think yeah, the standard B is probably a better example. Like, 25k for an engine, and then look at that jump. Just to get a 105. Like, that jump in XP, and then... Because I guarantee you'll have, like, new players looking at this, and it'll click in their head, like, I make maybe 1,000 XP a game. Like, just as a rough average. Make maybe 1,000 XP a game. So, going by that logic, it takes 25 battles just to get an engine. And then they look at the research cost of a tank, and as it keeps getting higher and higher, they're just like, that's a bit too many games. It's just like, it gets a bit tedious the higher you go. So it's like, veteran players still have like a bit of that sort of like a grace buffer, because we have usually like earned premium tanks, paid premium tanks, premium time, good crews, camo vouchers, equipment, all of this stuff, and any new player that gets in the game is just gonna get like steamrolled. I know I don't speak for everyone, but it's just like, if I played a game for the first time, and people literally just stomped my face in repeatedly, I don't know if it'd be something I'd want to continue playing much. So it's like, it's kind of that weird limbo, where it's just like, to us as players, it's kind of more obvious what they need to do to make the game better. But from their standpoint, and this is not to be, like, rude or imply things, but I don't think enough of the dev team actually plays the live game to understand, like, what's wrong. I mean, sure, they play the game, but they play it on their private server.
Ci sono forze ostili nell'area. Distruggiamoli o catturiamo la loro base.
Answer that quick. Wait, did he really ask for that a couple streams ago? Cause like, I remember they asked people not to Seal Club way back when they added the T-22 at tier 1, and everyone literally bought the thing and Seal Clubbed with it the whole day. Like, if you're asking people not to do something, you know they're gonna do it. Like, that's basically just saying, hey guys, we made something that is kind of broken, don't use it. It's like, you're just asking for it.
Attenzione, nemico avvistato.
This might backfire on me because I don't know if I can get past this. No more shots, please, no more shots. Oh, they were shooting at me, wasn't it?
Il nemico ci ha nel mirino. Peccato. Munizioni colpite. Per fortuna
I don't think that trade was worth it.
L'abbiamo finito.
Okay. I mean, if he really wanted like good ways to improve the new player experience, he should like actually listen to players a little bit more. Like, no offense. Like,
Il nemico è alla nostra posizione.
the only way to improve the new player experience is to make it less punishing. Who's dead here? Yep. Cause like, I remember the early bit from the extra live stream. Because I was there for a little while, and then I had to like go do some other things. But I remember I believe it was Arty Hour, where they kind of outed themselves as like a majority of the dev team enjoy playing Arty. Like, in its current state, artillery is not great for the game. Because like, Wargaming themselves, both console and PC, have said that artillery was basically intended to be a support class. I might be wrong in saying this, but I don't know of any other game with a support class where the support class can do more damage than your damage dealing classes. Like, the only other game I can think of that has a support that does more damage than support is Overwatch. Exactly! Like, Destiny 2, I'll have to give Bungie credit for that. They actually are trying to make the game more enjoyable for the players. And for the most part, I think they do a decent job. There's still, like, some little things that they could do, but overall, it's a good thing. And I appreciate those things. Like, if Tanks did something similar, or, dare I say it, console actually go the PC route and have a public test server, not just a private test server, I think, like, the state of the game could improve. Because there's a very big difference between their private testing and the live server. Like, it's like, on the private server, they have a completely different...
Abbiamo perso la battaglia, ma non
Like, they're playing on their newest update, there's no real internet delay issues, and you don't have, you know, the player base. So it's like, on the live game, you'll have the player base that will pretty much do anything they can to break the game. And in some cases have no idea what they're doing, which leads to breaking the game. And it's like, I do think that for like a healthy live game, you need that like constant feedback from players. Like, if somebody notices something that's not quite right, having that right away is a good thing. Like, having people that are just like, hey, this isn't quite right, can you take a look at it? Instead of going like, nah, it's fine. Being like, okay, we'll give it a look and see if there's anything to this. Or like, you have any, like, information on it, you have any, like, data, something like images, videos, whatever, like, that's good. That's good for a healthy game. And I think it's really needed to be, like, what am I looking for here? I think it's honestly needed to sort of, like, evolve as a game. Because, like, if you don't have that clear communication and that clear, like, back and forth between players and developers, and more importantly, having developers that actually, play the game on the live server, you need that for, like, a fully healthy gaming environment. Like, currently, and again, this is probably just me saying it, game's kind of stagnated again. It feels like, yeah, they're doing some things to improve the game, but at the same time, it also feels like they're not really listening and doing their own thing, which, but just like, something needs to improve, and it's not improving, but they're just doing other things to distract people from the thing that's not improving. If that makes sense. Because, like, some of the hardest critics on this game are the people that have, either a lot of time put into it or, enjoy it a lot. I am in the latter half. I enjoy the game. I would like to see it get better and more people, like, come back. Because, like, at times when I would normally play, aside from, like, streaming, times that I would normally play this game are, like, late night. Like, somewhere between, like, midnight and 2 to 3 in the morning. And if you're not playing, like, tier 10 during that time period, you're gonna have some rough games. Like, you can find some at some lower tiers, but phew, trying to play tier 8 late night is like playing Russian roulette with, like, almost all the chambers filled. Not to mention, after, like, the TD buffs, this is like, you're asking to get shot for, like, 1,000 damage playing a tier 8. Which is kinda sad. I have to check that email out later. I'm just, like, going through these while I kind of, like, sit here and process some more thoughts. Because, like, I do have a few things that I would like to see in particular change. I had this kind of, like, organized out. Here it is. Okay, one of the things that I had in here that would be good to see come back. Modules. Just have modules, kind of do away with the linear vehicle progression thing. Go back to, like, modules so you can pick your upgrades. Be done with that. And the other thing is making the standard consumables reusable. Because, we go in here, this one right here is 10,000 credits. The way that it works now, of course, we went over this, 10,000 credits a battle, just for the enhanced repair kit. Because if you're using the standard repair kit, you're basically handicapping yourself to 1 use per game. Which can come back to bite you. Same thing. And you can see I'm using a regular med kit, because, like, my crew doesn't normally get knocked out too much, but when they do, I get very upset. And then enhanced rations, because fire prevention kind of makes fire extinguishers less needed. But yeah, the one thing that I would say is if they have to, you know, give this like a minute and 20-second recharge rate. Like give it a minute and 20-second cooldown. As compared to like the minute cooldown on the premium ones. I think it'd be fine. Because like these, for instance, they don't cost that much. This would help with the economy a lot. And, you know, make premium time slightly less necessary. But if they do that and put those on a cooldown, I would in an instant replace that repair kit with a normal one. Cause like they have weaker passives. But just having one use in comparison to this, which is 10k, like, come on. Like, it just feels like a really outdated system. That's one of my biggest gripes. The other is Cold War being way too expensive to justify, like, wanting to put that much time into it. Cause, like, I do actually like the tanks that are in Cold War. I'm not necessarily a fan of, you know, True Vision. I get it. However, I'm definitely not a fan of ATGMs. ATGMs are, whew. Big no from me. Cause like I equate the ATGMs to being similarly as bad as artillery. In like the current state of the game. Cause it's basically what I end up doing more often than not with ATGMs is I'll load one up, drive right up behind somebody or get point blank, and then just derp it right into their face for like 700. It's like on most light tanks when you're capped at like 4 of those things, like that's a lot of damage that's pretty much guaranteed. All you have to do is just hit something with it. I mean, if you just drive up point blank and like, barrel stuff somebody with it, you're gonna hit. And in all seriousness, it definitely feels like they bit off way more than they could chew with the development team size trying to split it. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, shotgunning with the ATGM is about the only way I can hit something with it too, unless they sit still. I don't have time to pull out the battlefield stunts and... Like, I just do not have the time to play with the battlefield laser. However, I will probably be playing a little bit more Cold War in the near future with the British coming.
Questo ha fatto un bel buco. Ce n'è uno nel mirino.
And just like that, I no longer want to be on that hill.
Attenzione a questa zona.
Yeah. I feel that.
Siamo stati avvistati.
Okay, we're gonna do something a little risky here. I was about to ask, is that tortoise paying attention? The answer is yes, the tortoise is in fact paying attention.
Peccato.
Let's go ahead and do that. That's fair. Like, Cold War takes so much in the form of resources like XP, credits, even crews for the most part. You want to have a good one. Because otherwise you're just kind of like handicapping yourself.
Peccato.
Load now? Like, I want to play up the Eastern Alliance tanks at some point. I wanted to go through the tank destroyer line, but the 122-54 is just a little kind of too aggravating for me.
Nemico c'è nel mirino.
Ow.
Nemico eliminato.
Nope. And the 4005 is still on top of the hill. The T-72 is just so strong in it. Like, just actually a very strong tank. I don't think there's a single one of the T-72s that's genuinely bad. The way that they have it set up. And they just get progressively better. And then you unlock ATGMs and it's just like, oh. It's like they go from good to great real quick. Might be able to pull this one out. Like, I'll probably hop back in Cold War around the time that they add the British. At least by then I'll probably be done grinding stuff in Cold War for the most part. Or at least back to the point where I'm just kind of grinding credits instead of grinding tanks. Because, like, yeah, like, I'm sure the challenges will be fun. Like, if they actually have their, Chum armor, That'll be kind of nice. That was an awkward exchange. Ooh. Yeah, that would buy maybe an engine. Maybe. I know the I know the pain that I I definitely understand that. It's like the most awkward standoff at the end of the game. This E5 should be good there. Oh. Yeah. Currently, like, anything that isn't a tier 10, it's probably best just to wait until I get a +1, -1 weekend to go for marks. I really wish they would do +, -1 in general, because I think that would be healthier, but apparently said their matchmaker can't handle +, -1 effectively, as well as generally function with preferential matchmaking, which that is one of the few things I'm actually inclined to believe, because their matchmaker can't really handle much already. I think honestly though, the last tank that I tried to actually full on commit to marking was the Panzer IV-H. I tried also like getting some marks on the Panther with the derp gun, but I haven't gone back to that in a while. Currently though I have, let's see, I think I have like 11, out of all of my tier 9s, I think 11 of these I'm actually grinding. And I've reached the point where it's just like, if the game like improves more, I kind of want to go for marks. But currently, I'm just like, if it's a tank I like, I'll go for it. Depending on like how matchmaking is for that tank. which is upsetting to me because I want to mark tier 8 tanks, but tier 8 matchmaking is really hit or miss. And I'm not gonna lie, they've been scaring me the way they've been talking about Artillery 2.0. I'm very, very scared they're just going to buff Artillery.
Enemies incoming. Either take them out or capture their base. Let's go.
And I know if they do, they're gonna lose a lot of top players. Or just players in general. It's like, they're literally walking a razor's edge just talking about artillery. I know for a fact, though, if they were to actually nerf the alpha damage on artillery, that there's a lot of players I know personally that would come back. I'm also going to die a horrible, horrible death here. There's no way I make it out of there. There's no way I make it out of there. It's like, they nerf the accuracy, they nerf the alpha. I'm fine with whatever else they do to it. It's just like, as long as it's not hitting every single shot, as long as it doesn't pin for, you know, half to all of my health, I'd be fine. Like, here's what I'm thinking would be a good change. Like, take artillery's pin, just pretty much completely make it to where it will not pin, unless the tank has literally no armor whatsoever. Reduce the HE damage to, like, somewhere between, like, 700 to 850. Like the tier 10 TDs. And the same thing with, like, if they keep AP or heat. Bump it down to, like, 750 to 800. To where it's not going to literally just take all of a tank its same tier's health away. Just as long as it's not one-shotting someone without ammo racking them, I think it would be okay. Because, like, playing your tank the way it's supposed to be played, and then having something rain down on you and take all of your health away immediately is not fun. Nobody likes getting deleted. And when these things are literally like slot machines, like, it's literally just playing a slot machine. The amount of RNG in each shot, it's just like, if it hit the target less and did less damage, I don't think people would complain as much. Currently, it's one of the most infuriating things to ever experience. Especially when you get hit immediately. Like, not even a few minutes into the game and you get hit for all of your health. That is maddening. Like, I don't think they should, you know, completely ruin things like the 261. It's like, 261 already has, like, low splash damage, but its AP shield is disgusting. I just think that the damage needs to come way down. Like, they nerfed the Hesh on the 183s. They can nerf artillery. I don't really understand what the hang-up is nerfing the damage of artillery.
We have to take and hold the Mark's objective. Get to it.
Because, like, as it currently stands, the only people that I don't hear complain about artillery are the people that play nothing but artillery. And you know it's not a good sign when it's the most complained about aspect of the game. That was a bit off. Like, and I'll say it. I'll be like unbiased in saying it. Some of the artillery pieces are not great. Case in point, like the mid-tier like French artillery, kinda sucks. Like 7 in particular, kinda not the best. The British are also kind of awkward, but at the same time, they do kind of have accuracy for the most part. Ooh, someone actually counter-battering. Wow. That's super rare. The amount of times someone actually does that in-game is so rare. But yeah, like... it doesn't do what they say it does. I guess is the best way I could put it. It's like they say, oh, artillery is a support class. As it proceeds to do like 2,000 damage to someone, it can't even see directly. It's like, ah, yes, support. Which, honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of them turning all of the artillery lines into tank destroyers. In a similar fashion to, like, the Sturmtiger line. I really wouldn't be opposed to that idea. If they can't figure out how to, you know, just make artillery work with its overhead, make it direct fire. Like, give it more health, maybe a little bit of armor. Make them direct fire then. Just big derpy HE guns. Like, there's several things they can do to just make it, you know, less annoying. More generally decent for the health of the game. It's like, I don't think people are really that upset dying to, like, the Sturmtiger as they are artillery. Because it at least has to see them directly. You at least have a chance in most cases to shoot back at it. I was about to say, there's no way. With the autoloader? Yes. That's probably not good. Yeah, like, they're massive trade-off lines, which I think the big guns should be. Like, if you have a gun capable of doing 1,000 plus damage, you should have a big, like, you should have an equally large downside to playing it. Or would, like, be easy to just kind of sit at the back of the map and look at people through satellite view and can shoot them over cover a lot of times, or around cover. It's like, you died to a big derpy tank, you know, it's just like, RNG did not like you that game. Or they got right up in your face. Is even 90 literally just gonna sit right there? I splashed it. I should be shooting other things, but I don't know why I'm taking like pot shots at a 13.9. Unlike the even 90. Ah, it's a little early. One thing I did find funny about the Sturmline, though, was that it actually does have artillery levels of splash radius on the premium rounds. Yeah, like, I know a lot of the times with, like, artillery on at certain tiers on certain maps, you can literally just sit and look in spots and see tracers come out of the bushes and just blind fire people easily. It's like, if Artie didn't have the ability to see, like, the tracers as well, I think it would be a lot better. Because then you would 100% have to guess where somebody's hiding. And like, if it's tied directly to what your teammates see, having, like, signal boosting and stuff would be a lot more useful to it. As it currently stands, some of the artillery pieces can even spot for themselves. I wish that was something I was joking about. But I don't know if the T92 can still do it, but the T92 actually used to have like 420 meters view range. And you could, like, literally sit in like a bush somewhere and spot for yourself. But, like, they really do need to do something. Just some tweaks to it. Something that makes it less RNG reliant and more, like, you kind of have to know a little bit more about what you're doing. Would be nice. Just something along those lines. So it's like, if there's a little bit more of a drawback to it, at the same time rewarding better play a little more, I think it would be some good tweaks. But like, doing that little, it's like doing that little change would be nice. Just something. A little bit of something. Oh, that should have went through. God, I love this gun so much. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna hit that. I can, however, hit the Udes. This gun rolls so much. Just bounced off my turret. I don't like the SU-130 PM is unspotted again. It's like the one gun I'm genuinely afraid of. And artillery pinning me. Through the gun mantlet? What? What? Artillery pinned me. Right there. What? I don't know if that was the Equalizer or the 212A. But they pinned me through the gun mantlet. That was at least 1,000. That hurt. That like actually hurt. Oh. I'm sorry, I just had to take a moment after that. It's like taking advantage of my turret and that position I just got pinned straight through it from above. That kind of hurts. The thing that I'm not even sure about, I can't actually tell if that was a pen from the equalizer or the 212A. Because either one could have done that. I'm genuinely just sitting here just kind of like dumbfounded at that shot. This poor stock turret, 53 TP. This poor thing is blind to the bat and has no turret armor. That was something. Alright. Before I forget about this, I should also mention, sometime at the near future, I am going to be putting in, like, some effort into making a video on content creators, specifically for the Tanks console community. I had the idea, I've been like mulling over it for like the weekend, and just like, yeah, I should do that. So it's gonna take a bit to make, and it's gonna involve me watching a lot of content creators. But I want to make like a genuine, non-biased kind of, here's a bunch of creators for this community, here's what they're about, pretty much that kind of thing. Am I seriously getting that close to 2 marks on this? But yeah, that's gonna be like the next big project I'm gonna be working on in like the background. I'm not going to like delay streams for it, but it is going to involve me watching a lot of content. Because I want to do like a decent job on it, and not just sort of like, here's a video. I just already like thinking about this in my head, that video is going to be kind of a chunky video. It's like, if I were to just go over the ones that I know or have interacted with, that'll be a lengthy one in and of itself. And I'm also like considering for that video not just restricting it to English, because I know there are some streamers that do not speak English that I have seen, and as well as some content creators that I have seen that do not primarily speak English or speak English at all, that stream and make videos quite often. I just want to like go over them and give like genuine, unbiased thoughts. that kind of thing. Like, I do genuinely want to improve the community. But you know, it's a pipe dream project. Well, pipe dream's probably not the best way to describe it. It's a big background. Background? I can't English now, apparently. Maybe I should put myself in the category that doesn't speak English. I'm getting to that point. Thank you. Like, I know it's gonna take like a lot of work to get it all put together. I'm playing this awfully. Here. I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. I played that really badly. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I played that one really bad. Yeah, like, I think probably tomorrow what I'm gonna do is like send out a tweet and some stuff and try to gather a decent selection of content creators to go over. I'll go through stuff toward the later half of the week and weekend. Yeah. The type buffs were funny. I still need to like finish this, get to type 5. But I keep pushing it back. I don't know how I missed that tree. Me avoids hitting the tree and the building. The creature drives through everything. In a sense, yes. In a sense, it definitely is basically just the Japanese T1. Except much scarier. Case in point. I like how that wasn't even a pen. I think that's the best part. Exactly. The Chiri doesn't have the autoloader, does it? Why did that E2 just want to lose all that health just for a Chiri? See, there's no artillery, so I don't have to be super careful. Patton, I don't think you understand. I don't need to pin you. Okay. This is gonna get kinda awkward. Do you even pin me? I feel like you can't pin me. I know the SCRVK can. Down. This is awkward. Very awkward. Increased health. Yes. One tank at a time. Ram me, IS-6, ram me. Thank you. Yep. Well. Did what I could do. Question is, will they do anything from what I managed to do? Thank you. Oh yeah, no. I just always assume from the get-go the team won't do anything. It's just standard procedure that the team will not do anything. Knowing people that have put up like 10k plus games and still lost, I know. I know very well. I have been in said situations more often than not. So there's usually just the old saying, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Yes, that is a good one. Oh yeah, like, there are games where you could literally break your back and the team will still find some way to lose. So I just take wins when they come. Which is why I hate long haul. I 260. One day I'll get a 260. Although I sort of have one now with the IS-7 buffs. Well, the 260 did not have a good time. Hey, like, I'll be honest, I don't mind. You're all good. Like, if you can believe it, when I first played tanks, I was right about, like, mid to low green. Well, there were some very ridiculously good players back then. Oh, I'm so dead. I am so dead. Never mind, he's firing AP. I'm good. Away, backing away, backing away, backing away. Nope. Nope. Back away. I also just realized that my ammo didn't restock. Exactly. Probably a good thing this ammo didn't restock, because the APCR is actually really good on this gun. However, my line of support is slowly disappearing. Okay, one of those tanks needed to die. Full stick, please. Okay. I very well could have lost most of my health there, but, I just caught a big break, and the Jagdpanzer shot into the ground. 60 TP, don't do it. It's not worth it. That's why. Okay. E. Is it running away? Let's go. Which direction is the Jagdpanzer looking? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I have 3 shells left. There are 5 tanks left. I'm not feeling confident right now. This is gonna be the most awkward situation I think I've been in this tank. Especially if that's sitting up there. He's gonna kill me. He somehow didn't kill me. Yeah, he did kill me. Whoops. Oh. Didn't really have the ammo for it, so probably not the worst. I mean, I'll take the almost 3K, considering I forgot to put ammo back on this tank. I just realized I hadn't played that thing since before 6.0. So I still have like all the old stuff on it. There we go, let me just answer that. This is why it's important to check your ammo loadout before you launch a game. As you can tell, I am super professional. After this one, I should actually try to get, Hey, you never know. Sometimes they might miss. I can't actually count the amount of times where I've just said, you know what, why not? Charge straight at somebody, just swerving left and right, and they've bounced or just taken off my tracks. And then they panic. Making the enemy panic is probably the funniest thing. Because knowing they could easily kill you in like one shot, but they panic and like shank it, and then you end up killing them instead. Probably the best feeling. But I don't want to get yelled at, but I want to say that's the Scottish flag. Which I haven't seen in a little bit. Oh, Chieftain. I think the Chieftain is just like... Oh, that's always fun too. Especially when the light tank's like not expecting it. And I'm gonna go this direction. There we go.
Just
just a little bit. That was heat from a Jagdpanzer. I am not gonna sit there any longer. See what this IS-3 has planned. There we go. God, I love this turret so much. There we go. It's like he finally aimed. I feel like they were just snapshotting for the first part. Ooh. Grill 15. Like, I'm still way more excited for the tier 10. Just because of that 120. Like, this line is fun. It got hit pretty hard initially when it came out. And I still think it needs just a little bit of love. But it is fun. Turret bounces a lot more than it should. In some cases, but... like, just being able to alpha trade with something, I feel like would be nice. Cause like, I think I might have ruined my opinion on them a little bit by playing the PC version when they were on test. Cause those feel real good. Oh yeah. Like, the jump from the tier 9 to the tier 10, you go from a 105 to a 120, and that jump in alpha is very nice. When you can use the turret. Or just bully things that have 90 mil guns. Same thing with like the TDs, except the TDs only get a 105. You can really bully low caliber guns with those TDs. But then again, when you come up against something like an E100 or they're about to have a 150 mil gun, your armor doesn't look so great. Although I will say, like, the funniest instance I think I've had with the Swedish tanks has been when I had an S-tank trying to sit and use his angling against me when I was playing the HE100. I don't think they were very happy with that. They look fun. I have the UDES unlocked, but I haven't felt like playing another TD line aside from the big derpy Germans in a bit. Eventually I will do those though. I am very much expecting that tank to come over and shoot at me. about that one. I just noticed that literally none of my team is up here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yep, there it is. There it is. There's the one game. And artillery! And artillery! Like, I'm already dead. That's just unnecessary. Oh, God. Okay. Picked the wrong one. 8. That's what I need. I mean, like, I'll be good, like, today. I really do need to do, like, a community platoon day. I really do. It's like, I feel like the best possible time for, like, a community platoon day would be on the weekend, when I think most people are off. But then again, I don't know. Because it's like, I'm still trying to build back up from when I took a few months hiatus from, like, everything. I feel that momentary. You know, that's not a terrible idea, actually. I probably should do that and actually have it run for like a few days. Oh, believe me, this is nothing compared to the luck that I've endured. I'll be the first to admit that this is actually not the worst. That's a name. I have what I would like to call I want to say like cursed matchmaking, or just cursed experiences in general, where I can have like the absolute worst luck imaginable, but whoever is with me will end up having insanely good luck. It shows the most when I'm playing Destiny, though, because in Destiny, I get the worst drops possible, and whoever I'm playing with gets the absolute, like god roll drops. I think I'm gonna, like, die really quick. PK7. Huh. Forgot they added that to the tech tree. Yeah, no, like, if you want good RNG, it's basically just play with me. I will take all the bad RNG. And also somehow manage to, like, eat my jump and die in a hilarious fashion. Nice. I missed the engine deck. How can they not see me, by the way? That's unfortunate. See, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, eventually I'll pin with AP, knowing very well I should just be shooting HE.
Der Gegner weiß, wo wir sind.
I still want to know how they're just now seeing me. Just gonna put the controller down for a second. Let me actually do that Twitter poll. Oh yeah, it's definitely time for s'mores. Although I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how they didn't spot me sooner. I really don't. I'm gonna make this poll while I'm sitting here. I'm gonna leave this poll up for like a couple days. There we go. Just go ahead and like tweet that. There we go. I get the internal feeling, because I'm currently not looking at the screen, but I get the internal feeling I'm gonna have to play this again. There we go. Okay. That's all I should read.
Rückzug! Wir sehen hier kein Land mehr.
Since Twitter is weird. There we go. 'Cause, like, here's the best thing about that. When I do like the community platooning, what I'm probably gonna do is like sometimes it'll be streamed, sometimes it will not be streamed. Either way, it will be for fun. May also occasionally change it up and play different games. Cause like tomorrow I'm going to be taking the day off, not streaming. Instead, however, I am going to be hosting a friend of mine because he's going to be doing a charity stream. So I'll be hosting him instead while I take the day off, and then I'll stream again Thursday. Thursday, I'm going to stream another game that is completely new to me. Cause like a little bit earlier today, I streamed Horizon 5. Game's very pretty. Gonna be playing more of that eventually. And Thursday will be another new game to me that might be amusing to watch because I won't know what I'm doing at all.
Es kommen Gegner. Entweder schalten wir sie aus oder nehmen ihre
And then I'll probably stream again Saturday. I want to try and stream at least 3 times this week. Oh yeah, wait. I feel that. I felt that a lot because, like, a while back, I had to go without it for, I think it was a few months, where I didn't really play a whole lot. Kind of in and out. I forgot how much I fell in love with Forza. Specifically, like, Horizon. It's a, like, if you love racing games or just open world games, or specifically driving in open world games, Horizon hits that sweet spot so well. And I can already tell you, like, the newest one is gorgeous. I am genuinely surprised at how good the game looks on, like, the one. I was expecting it to be, like, you know, downgraded quite a bit. It looks really good on the one still. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the fact that, with Horizon 5, they just basically said, you know how we give you these little cars, the starter cars? Horizon 5 is just like, you can get the new Bronco, you can get the new Supra, or you can get the new Corvette Stingray. Just getting picked apart by the Minotaur. Okay, that was not worth the one shot of damage, but got it. And I fully agree with that. Like, most of the Forza games, though, I tend to gravitate toward really unique and bizarre cars. Oh. This is where I die. I'll probably try grinding that later. Let me clear that. That'll be something that I might do if I do like a night stream. Cause that'll be fun to like unwind on. I am sort of like trying to make more of an effort to branch out and play different games. Like, at some point in the future, I might go back to a game that I played a lot in the past, that being Smite. Even though I don't know anything about what's changed. I'm very bad at MOBAs. And I fully feel that. My family is kind of the same way. Although usually, like, during the week, I'm generally fine. Weekends are, like, up in the air, so it'd either be, like, Saturday or a Sunday. Specifically one of those days. Like, Friday, I generally like to just kind of chill. However, I'm not saying that it wouldn't ever happen on a Friday. kind of things I can get into this game. What am I doing? Oh, that tree. Wait, hold up. How did I not get shot there? I'm left with more questions than answers now. Yeah, like... to expand on the idea of the community day, it's gonna start with tanks, and it'll probably branch out into other things. Shoot the Emil. The Emil is moderately scarier at this point in time. Hi. Just, yeah, no damage retract there. Now we go for artillery. Which has been kind enough to show its location. Hello. Is the Aussie paying attention? The answer is no, the Aussie is not paying attention. Single shot or autoloader? That's always my question whenever I see one of those. Is it the single shot or is it the autoloader? That was nice. Yeah, like, I will list out, like, a few games that I am, like, considering doing, like, community days on. Like, tanks is a given. Destiny, at some point, is also a given. Because I think that would be fun. Apex. I have Apex. Maybe PUBG. Those are interesting. Because those always had the potential to just be absurdly silly. Siege, maybe? Maybe. Forza would actually be a fun one. Now that I think about it. And let's see what else. What else has, like, crossplay? That would be kind of fun. Like, some things that have crossplay. That list will expand at some point, in short. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, all caught up on that. God, why did I make Why did I make so much? I should really, like, check that more often. Ooh. Yeah, I'll be checking out on that poll, like, periodically to just see. Currently, though, weekends are in the lead. There we go. Yeah, like, I am all for doing, like, some more community stuff. Kinda like building things up. It's like, I think at some point it would be very funny to do like a community, either like community dungeon day or community trials day on Destiny. Just go in with the sheer point of having fun with it. If it gets to the point to do like a community raid day, that would be funny. Or dare I say, custom games. It's like, I think what I want to try and do this week, for instance, though, is I want to try and play some things that I don't normally do alongside, like, tanks and Destiny. Just, you know, we'll have a little spice. What's going on in this game? Okay. Oh god, hello E4. How are you? Please lose sight of me. Ow. The E4 just literally has to breathe in my general direction and I die. Like that. Ow. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that. Whoops. I do need to play my Italian. Here we go. Yeah, so how is everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. And everyone that's hanging out and has been hanging out, thank you. Do appreciate it. Well, I mean, if I was being honest,
Sentite, ci sono nemici nell'area. Dobbiamo distruggerli tutti o catturare la loro base. Muoversi!
now, like, honestly, generally speaking from a general standpoint, physically I am okay. Mentally, there might be a long list of things that are different with that. But then again, most people that are here probably know by this point that I'm a little bit unhinged. Just a tiny bit. That is a brave, brave person.
Siamo stati avvistati.
Exactly.
C'è un nemico qui.
Ow. First and foremost.
La torre lentamente. Adesso
Secondly, ow. It's like, from a general sense, I usually ask because, like, physically I can be okay, and mentally not quite okay. I am so dead. Unless, of course, the light tank decides to leave. I'm still dead. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, like, as long as everybody hanging out is generally okay, having a good time, it makes it better. I also still think the Italian heavy tanks need quite a bit of love. That or I should be playing this thing on, like, the stock turret. I can't remember which one that the stock turret has a better reload on for no reason. It may be the 9. Either way. The Ragnarok is still in battle. That's fine. The Storm Tiger game was a win. Alright, well that's... I think that's like all of the tanks at tier 8 that I'm currently grinding. Except for that. I could play that. It's like, I could play that. But I'm gonna say no. However, I do need to get the win off this thing. The grind never stops. It never stops. Let's see, how much time do I have left? Yeah, about 30 minutes or so. If the queue ever finds me a game. But yeah, I do hope everyone that's hanging out here has been having a good time. I've been enjoying like sharing games with you guys. You know, that's not a bad way to look at it. I would say what I normally refer to tanks as, but it's probably not going to be okay for uploading to YouTube. Although I probably could say it and be absolutely fine. I'm just being overly cautious. I know, it's weird for me. Okay, that's interesting. That hydraulic suspension is very beautiful and fun. I hit the door. Of all things, I hit the door. Oh. I just realized my control stick was doing that thing where it's just perpetually doing it again. I have to watch that. My poor controller is getting toward the end of its life. This is What is this Valor doing? Dying. The answer is dying.
Ready to fire.
What is going on? What am I watching?
Focus on this area.
Oh. This is probably going to be the win because I'm not able to really shoot a whole hut. Can almost guarantee that this is going to be the easy win.
Ready to fire.
Oh. Maybe. I thought maybe. Every time, it's like they've got this sixth sense. They just know when I'm gonna shoot, and they stop.
All our scouts have been destroyed. Loaded and ready. Focus on this area.
Why can I hear them just moving around like that? They're in like the one area they can't get shot. Wonder what specifically is in the way there.
Just dinged them.
Honestly, for grinding this, I should just be spamming the premium. Because artillery.
Reloaded.
Like that would have been the one that would have hit.
We did it! We won!
There's the win! Yeah! There it is! You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Let's see. I think I've gotten all of that done. I'm not playing the 432 currently, or the VK. I will play the Foch though. I will play the Foch. Appreciate that. Alright, let's see. Now, I'm going to stay true to my title here. And I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while.
Il y a des ennemis dans la zone. Détruisez-les, capturez leur base. Concentrez-vous sur cette position.
I wonder if anyone will ever see this play coming. I don't know if anyone has seen me do this play in the past. But normally this is something that I would try to do in a medium tank. Now, surviving would be great. Though it wouldn't be me if I was alive by the end of the battle.
Véhicule ennemi en vue. L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. On dirait que l'aubaine a traversé de part en part.
I bet they weren't expecting that. Really bet that chieftain would have loved to have full health going up that hill.
Verrouillé et chargé. Ils nous ont trouvés.
Excuse you.
On a perdu la moitié de la puissance moteur. L'ennemi est à découvert. On a réparé notre munitions.
Yep. I got a little bit too greedy there. Just a little bit. But you see exactly how easy it would have been if anyone else on the hill was paying attention. Like in that moment, they had a Centurion and the T-95 turn around. The Emil and the 50B could easily, in that situation, take advantage of those two tanks turning around. And at least gotten rid of the T-57. However, now they're kind of surrounded and stuck in that spot. Honestly, though, that play worked out a lot better than I thought it would. was interesting. is, is the CS shooting? HE? This is interesting to watch how quickly this has shifted from they have them surrounded to could easily lose this. This is an interesting, like, observational study. This is a very, very interesting... Oh, gotcha. I think what I'm probably gonna do is actually just wrap up after this. But I will raid someone. Cause this is the biggest turnout for a stream in a bit. So definitely gonna share the love. Let me see, like, streaming. I see somebody streaming. Go ahead and like, set that up. Oh, it's a 1v1. I just have to like make sure that I put it in, right? Sweet. Can the 60 TV do this? The CS is practically a one-shot. Oh. Oh. Has he got this? Has he got this? Hey! We got a win! I can officially say that I can end it on a good note. It gives me a little bit of time to like relax before dinner. Mediocre game, but a win. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna keep like monitoring that poll and see like how that goes. But yeah, to everyone that is in the chat and has dropped by today, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you've been having a good time. And I mean, I hope to see you again next stream, which will be Thursday, because I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. And yeah, no, I appreciate you being here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raid Iron Lord over here. Another smaller content creator. Pretty decent guy. Yeah. Want to thank everybody for stopping by today and go raid Iron Lord. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. See you guys next time.